are delighted to celebrate our 84th Founders Day today, 7 September 2021. This is indeed a memorable moment in the history of the school that has rapidly grown to provide joy and shelter to countless children and aided numerous teachers and staff who have grown along with us. Despite the COVID-19 pandemic standstill, we have successfully moved our school online and present here the achievements of our children and teachers. I am S. Darshini, the school pupil leader of Standard 12 of our beloved school. Today, along with our Divya Bharati, the assistant school pupil leader, will be presenting various events in our program. We begin with an invocation of the Thamizhthai vazhthu, followed by our school song composed by the late musician Mr. M. V. Srinivasan.
சீராரும் வதனமென திகழ் பலத கண்டனில் தேக்கனமும் அதிசிறந்த திராவிடன திருநாடும் தர்க்க சிறு பிறை முதலும் தரிதனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிலமை திறம் வியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்ததுமே 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 விண்ணெல்லாம் விரிந்தது எங்கள் ஆலமரம் விண்ணெல்லாம் விரிந்தது எங்கள் ஆலமரம் அதன் விழுதுகள் வேரூன்றின ஆயிரம் பல்லாயிரம் விண்ணெல்லாம் விரிந்தது எங்கள் ஆலமரம் அதன் விழுதுகள் வேரூன்றின ஆயிரம் பல்லாயிரம் விண்ணெல்லாம் விரிந்தது எங்கள் ஆலமரம் ஆலயமாய் விளங்கும் வித்யாலயம் ஆன்றோர் அளித்த நல்லறிவாலயம் ஆலயமாய் விளங்கும் வித்யாலயம் ஆன்றோர் அளித்த நல்லறிவாலயம் கலைமகள் கூடிக்கொண்ட கோயில் இது கோயில் இது கோயில் இது குழந்தைகள் மலர்ந்திடும் தோட்டம் இது தோட்டம் இது தோட்டம் இது கலைமகள் கூடிக்கொண்ட கோயில் இது குழந்தைகள் மலர்ந்திடும் தோட்டம் இது ஆடி பாடி மதலையர் மகிழ்ந்திட அன்புடன் அறிவினை ஊட்டிடும் விண்ணெல்லாம் விரிந்தது எங்கள் ஆலமரம் சர்மா என்ற மாமுனிவர் தோற்றிய ஆசிரமம் அன்னையின் அன்புள்ளத்தால் செழித்த பூவனம் எலன் அன்னையின் அன்புள்ளத்தால் செழித்த பூவனம் சர்மா என்ற மாமுனிவர் தோற்றிய ஆசிரமம் அன்னையின் அன்புள்ளத்தால் செழித்த பூவனம் எலன் அன்னையின் அன்புள்ளத்தால் செழித்த பூவனம் வம்சாவழியாய் உழைத்திடும் கரங்கள் பாசமுடன் அரவணைத்திடுமே வம்சாவழியாய் உழைத்திடும் கரங்கள் பாசமுடன் அரவணைத்திடுமே நாங்கள் உயர்ந்திட வாழ்வு வளம் பெற அல்லும் பகலும் அயராதுழைக்கும் விண்ணெல்லாம் விரிந்தது எங்கள் ஆலமரம் அதன் விழுதுகள் வேரூன்றின ஆயிரம் பல்லாயிரம் விண்ணெல்லாம் விரிந்தது எங்கள் ஆலமரம்.
Tamasoma Jyotir Kamaya. Lighting the lamp is a symbol for overcoming every aspect of darkness in our lives. Now, our correspondent Ms. Sakunthala Sharma will light the lamp, followed by Dr. N. Lalita, Dr. Saraswati Raghunathan, our retired headmistresses, Mrs. R.M. Karpagambal, headmistress of our higher secondary school, and Mrs. M. Thilagam, headmistress of our primary school.
We request Professor Shanti Pappu, member of our Board of Management, to give her welcome address.
On behalf of the Board of Management, I am delighted to welcome you to the 84th Virtual Founders Day of our beloved Children's Garden School. Today, we meet again online in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, separated from each other only by distance but not in spirit and thoughts. We welcome our children, teachers, staff, alumni, well-wishers, and our honored chief guest, Mr. R. Haresh. We hope that you will enjoy this small program that brings to you the wonderful achievement of our children and teachers during this rather difficult year and our new initiatives in terms of the school archives and museum. So without any delay, let us begin this program.
We request our beloved Chakku Akka to kindly address the gathering.
Dear friends, dear students, dear old students, and well-wishers, I am very happy to welcome you all here today for a new type of Founders Day, which is online. Ever since our founders, Dr. and Mrs. Sharma, founded the school in 1937, we have faced a lot of joy, happiness, good times, and stress. We have grown strong through all these experiences and have tried to build a school which is full of love and affection for the society, for the children, and the alumni. Today, things have changed with COVID. We are very sad about this whole situation where all our teaching methodology has changed to one of online teaching. From classroom teaching, it has become all on the internet, all online, and the teachers have had to adapt to this type of new teaching and have also had to teach the children how to adapt for this new method. I am very happy that my teachers have all wonderfully cooperated and joined us to teach the children in a completely new way of education. Things have been very difficult in this last year, with children unable to cope up with the school, financial stress, as we had to have a lot of funding for buying the equipment and maintaining the school in spite of the school being closed. I would like to thank all of you for listening to our program, joining us and helping us in our stress and difficulties. I am very, very grateful to so many people who have helped us in their own way without even coming forward to show themselves in our times of difficulty. Thank you very much for your presence here, and I am very grateful to all of you.
We request Mrs. Thilagam, Headmistress of Mrs. Sharma Memorial Nursery and Primary School, to present her annual report.
Hello everyone, I am Mrs. Thilagam, Headmistress of Mrs. Sharma Memorial Nursery and Primary School, Mylapore. It's a branch of the Children's Garden School Society. Now I am going to present the annual report for the year 2020-21. Our school was founded in 1937 and named after its founders, Mrs. Sharma and Dr. V.N. Sharma. The school has 18 teachers and 9 non-teaching staff and around 325 students. We have 43 differently abled children on our rolls under the unique integrated education system of our school. Because of the pandemic situation due to COVID-19, our management decided to conduct online classes for our students so that their learning process is uninterrupted. With full support from our correspondent Rukuaka and Chakuaka, we started the online classes for Standard 5 on July 6, 2020 and extended the classes to Standard 4, 3, 2 and 1. WhatsApp group for each class was created by the subject teachers. Initially, we started the online classes through Zoom Meet. Under the able guidance of Mr. Kartikeyan and Mr. Sham, we switched over to Google Meet in December. Our special thanks go to Dr. Shanti Pappu, whose words of encouragement and appreciation boosted our confidence in us and helped us to conduct the online classes effectively. Science experiments were conducted in the school lab. They were recorded and those videos were used in our online science classes.
Today, children, we are going to learn about the nervous system. Our nervous system is divided into two. One is the central nervous system and another one peripheral nervous system.
Today we are going to learn about bones and muscles. This is the model of our skeleton.
Quarterly, half-yearly and annual assessments were conducted. Question papers were sent to the children through their WhatsApp group. Parents were asked to submit their children's assessment notebooks in school a week later. Recordings of English learning, writing, reading and number work were sent to the children in the LKG and UKG group along with rhymes, stories and videos. GK classes were also included in our online teaching. What I have brought for you today? Can you see these colorful balloons? Each balloon is of a different color. Can you see? Now, let me put these balloons down. I will pick up one color. Okay. Can you see this balloon now? What color is this balloon? Yes, it is red. I have a red balloon in my hand. Hello parents. This video is for you to develop your child's writing skill. Help your child to draw standing lines like this using the index finger. Short videos demonstrating simple yogas were prepared by Ms. Sindhuja and Mrs. Neeraja and sent to the children so that they can practice yoga at home.
Yoga is a way of living in our life. By practicing yoga, we can improve our mental and physical strength. Yoga is a combination of breathing exercises and movements that help you feel good in your body and mind.
Drawing classes were conducted online by our drawing teacher, Mrs. Prema. Children watched the classes with great interest and sent their drawings through WhatsApp. Recordings of prayer songs and patriotic songs sung by our music teacher, Mrs. Charumati, were sent to the children once a week.
அறிவும் ஞானமும் தந்திடும் அனைத்தும் ஆளும் தெய்வமே அறிவும் ஞானமும் தந்திடும் அனைத்தும் ஆளும் தெய்வமே இன்னையும் ஒரு உயிரென படைத்து வளர்த்தாய் நன்றி.
Online through Zoom Meet on 15/8/2020. An exhibit of drawings by our children to create awareness about the pandemic was included in the program. Our annual day was celebrated online on 7/9/2020. The annual report of our school for the year 2019-20 was rendered by our Headmistress Mrs. Thilagam. Miss Sindhuja spoke about our teaching methodology.
Our school is a garden of learning where children learn through playway methods. They learn without fear and with freedom to express themselves.
Mrs. Nalini about inclusive education.
Our ultimate aim is to make them independent and able to enhance their innate talent in whichever sphere they exhibit preferences for. Children with special needs are given equal opportunity along with their friends in class.
And Mrs. Vasanthi spoke about yoga, sports and music.
எங்கள் பள்ளி மாணவர்களுக்கு யோகா ஆசிரியர்கள் முறையாக ஆசனங்கள் கற்றுத் தருகிறார்கள். ஆசனங்கள் தொடங்குவதற்கு முன்பு தரையில் துணி விரிப்புகளை விரித்து அதன் மேல் மாணவர்களை அமரச் செய்து யோகா கற்றுத் தருகிறோம்.
Workshop on fossils was conducted online for children of Standard 5 on 18/12/2020. Our school aims at the all-round development of the children. We ensure that our children enjoy the process of learning and we prepare them to face the challenges of the future. Thank you.
We request our Headmistress Mrs. R.M. Karpagambal to present the annual report of the Children's Garden Higher Secondary School.
Good morning to one and all present here. I am R.M. Karpagambal, Headmistress of Children's Garden Higher Secondary School. My humble salutations to the great souls of our founders, and I wish all the viewers of this Zoom meet to have a great day. Now I am presenting annual report of our prestigious institution for the year 2020-2021.
It's truly a matter of immense pleasure and great honor to present the annual report of our prestigious institution, the Children's Garden Higher Secondary School. The COVID-19 pandemic has forced educators to transform their lessons to online versions in a short span of time. Our efficient teachers adapted to these online teaching using various digital tools and resources. Our students were able to catch up with this method effectively. This enabled them to implement new approaches in the teaching and learning. We uploaded our teaching videos through our YouTube channel, Silver Totem. Our teachers raised to the occasion and accepted the virtual mode of teaching. We got good results in 12th standard board exams with 10% pass. Miss A. Ilakya of 12th Computer Science secured first place with 580 out of 600. Miss R. Moganaselvi of 12th Computer Science secured the second place with 577 out of 600. And Miss S. Shushmita of the Commerce stream secured the third position with 575 out of 600. I am proud to announce that 6 of our students had cleared National Merit Cum Means Scholarship exam and secured a scholarship of rupees 48,000. Selected students of Standard 8 adapted to the online method of teaching and enthusiastically prepared for this exam under the guidance of our high school teachers. Zoom meet. We at the Children's Garden believe that the pandemic must not hinder the education in any way. Resource persons interacted via Zoom meet with the children and incorporated learning through PowerPoint presentations, debates, quizzes, and discussions. We take pride in providing quality and resourceful methods of learning for our students. We have organized 21 Zoom meet programs with resource persons from all walks of life. It has helped us to develop the all-round personality of the students. Art competition. Online art competitions are an important way to motivate our young artists and help them to develop their creative skills. Our school held a competition on the topics My Fight Against COVID-19, Prevention of COVID-19, and My World During Lockdown. This competition opened their hearts and minds to fuel their imagination. The pandemic cannot tamper the patriotic spirit and pride for the nation. Mr. Haresh of Roundtable 19, Roundtable 39 was the chief guest of the day. Our school teachers attended the program with a great zeal and sung patriotic songs with utmost pride. Competition Satya Sodhanai. Ilakya of 12th had secured a state level third place in the Satya Sodhanai competition organized by Gandhi Peace Foundation. Byju's organized Discovery School Super League competition for the students of class 6 to 9. Nearly 300 students actively participated and exhibited their talents. Interact Club has organized community services through its committee, Youth Service Committee, and served the society in all possible ways. They donated food, study materials, sanitary items to the people who needed them while following COVID-19 protocols. The club has won the Best Club Award for its contribution to the Rotary Lighthouse magazine. President S. Darshini won the Best President for the first quarter. The Interact Club had also won the Best Project Award in the third quarter. In the VP Raman four-way test elocution competition, Divya Bharati R of Commerce Stream won the third position and received 3,000 rupees cash award. Our guide captain teacher, Mrs. Devika, who had been in charge of the guides from the time she joined the school, was conferred with the title and Lifetime Achievement Award by Bharat Scouts and Guides. InTouch Club had won the Best Heritage Club Award from HECS Delhi. Miss Mohana Selvi of 12th Computer Science and Miss Rehana Sultana of 12th Computer Science had won the Young InTouch Best Heritage Club Students Award. Honoring our founders. On November 15th and April 23rd, our founders were fondly remembered. For me, for us all, it is the most important day in the school's calendar, a day when we remember the founders of the school, Mr. and Mrs. Ellen Sharma, and value their legacy. We honor them, we own a debt of gratitude for their vision that led to the foundation of our school back in 1937, a great school which has stood the test and has created a great history of 84 years. Republic Day celebrations. 72nd Republic Day was celebrated to mark the day India becoming sovereign republic. Our PTA President, Mr. Amar Vannan, was the chief guest for the day. Miss Kavya of 12th Arts delivered a speech about Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Our school children and parents received helmets which were sponsored by Mr. Adishankar of Hyderabad, and the function was presided over by our District Educational Officer, Thiru Shanmugavel. Free cycles given by the government were distributed to 11th standard girls to encourage them to pursue their studies. Our student, Miss Tejashwini of 12th Commerce, had won the bronze medal in karate competition hosted by Youth and Sports Development Association of Goa in the month of April 2021. She has also been conferred with the title Yoga Nakshatra in recognition of her achievements in the field of yoga in the month of March 2021. Our students had won the Under 18 Championship hosted by Rugby Federation of India. We are proud to add that Miss Niveta and Miss Ovia are currently undergoing rigorous training at Bhubaneswar for the selection to the Indian women rugby team. Our school organized a PTA meeting adhering to the protocol of COVID-19 to discuss the important issues with the parents to tackle the COVID-19 situation and continue the learning through digital mode. During the lockdown, our teachers' relentless work to provide online video classes and study material is highly laudable. Parent support and cooperation has always been immense. Our founders' blessings, our Akka's guidance, and support from the management has been motivating us to work for the welfare of the students. Thank you all for patiently listening to our annual report. Thank you once again.
Now, Mrs. Sasikala will be presenting the report of the club activities of our school.
I am Shashikala, PGT English. Adhering to the lockdown but not bogged down by it, we carried on with our club activities with the energetic and enthusiastic students. Here is a report of the club activities for the year 2021. Club activities were organized throughout the year despite the lockdown situation. This enabled children to engross themselves in a range of activities that brought out their innate talents. Our school NSS followed the principle of service forever. Students planted tree saplings at their residences to increase the green cover of the city. On Gandhi Jayanti, children expressed their thoughts in paintings and remembered the great contributions of Mahatma Gandhi. A pledge was taken regarding awareness for COVID-19 appropriate behavior to instill a sense of responsibility among the children. Students from the previous year batch received NSSA certificates from her headmistress and from Mrs. Gunavati. A pledge to uphold the principles of the Indian Constitution was taken by all children, inspiring faith in a secular sovereign nation. Virtual meetings and discussions on geography and environment were held, and students of the 10th and 12th arts group participated actively. Drawing competitions were organized on National Pollution Prevention Day, an urgent need in the modern world. A pledge on the importance of voting was administered by the NSS volunteers. On the eve of Republic Day, Ms. Kavya of Class 12 Arts Group delivered a famous speech on the freedom struggle by Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, inspiring students to remember the freedom struggle. Interact Club followed this year's motto of respect, collaborate and motivate. Our children continued with their long-standing practice of service for society in many different ways. In addition, we installed our office bearers in an online function. RILA, Rotary Youth Leadership Awards, is an intensive leadership camp that allows Rotarians to demonstrate respect and concern for youth while recognizing, encouraging, and educating youth leaders. Our students attended the District Youth Leadership Camp through online. Teachers nourish and prepare students for their future, as they are the real upholders of knowledge and wisdom. This year, owing to the COVID-19 pandemic and schools being shut, celebrations were given a miss. However, virtual wishes and greetings are a perfect way to tell your teachers you remember them now and always will do so. Our interactors participated and won the third prize in the online Teachers' Day contest organized by Shankara Vidyashram Adayar. The four-way test is a Rotarian's test of responsibility to speak the truth, to be fair, to build goodwill and better friendships, and to do the very best in all situations. M. Divya Bharati of Class 11 participated and won the third prize in the VP Raman four-way test on the topic Indomitable Human Spirit. Wash basins for COVID-19 related hygiene were installed in the school, sponsored by the Rotary Club of Madras. The Interact Service Club donated food for senior citizens living in the vicinity of the school. These are people living in abject poverty, and we did our best to aid them during this lockdown. Each interactor contributed for this noble cause. Clothes and stationery were donated to underprivileged children in the vicinity of the school to care them even in these difficult times. Essential products and sanitation related items were donated to senior citizens in the city to protect them against the COVID-19 virus. Children's Day is a day to celebrate children just for being themselves. It's a day to listen to them, to marvel at their uniqueness and all they have to offer. Our children participated in the online Children's Day contest organized by Shankara Vidyashram, Adayar. National Girl Child Week was celebrated through online meetings with resource persons in various fields from India and abroad. Actress Gautami discussed issues related to breast cancer and how to overcome it. Madam Debu, an entrepreneur, explained organic sanitary pads and how she works for the upliftment of African girls. By planting more trees, we hope to contribute to global reforestation efforts, restoring lost forests, repairing damaged ecosystems, and mitigating climate changes. As part of our environmental awareness drive, saplings were planted by the children in and near their homes. In this connection, it is great to remember that all trees on Radhakrishnan Road were in fact planted by previous generations of our school children. Kritanya of class 11, who is part of Chennai Children's Choir, takes online music classes to children in a shelter home. The Indian Express has published an article appreciating her initiative to spread the joy of music to underprivileged children.
மனிதானே மகத்தானவன் மண்ணில் பரம்பொருளில் உருவானவன் மனிதானே மகத்தானவன் மண்ணில் பரம்பொருளில் உருவானவன் பாரத தாய் பெற்ற மகன் பண்பாட்டில் சிறந்த மகன் வரலாற்றை உருவாக்கும் கலைமகன் நீ மனிதானே மனிதானே மகத்தானவன் மண்ணில் பரம்பொருளில் உருவானவன் மனிதானே மகத்தானவன் மண்ணில் பரம்பொருளில் உருவானவன் மனம் வைத்தால் மலைகளும் உன் கைகளுக்குள் அடங்கிவிடும் இமை பொழுதில் நதிகளுமே திசை மாறி பாய்ந்துவிடும் விண்மீனும் உன் கழுத்தில் அணியாக ஆகிவிடும் மண்ணுலகில் உன் சுவடு வரலாறாய் மாறிவிடும் அழிவற்றவன் நீ அழிவற்றவன் நீ உந்தன் உயிரினிலே வின்றுளவும் பரம்பொருளின் மகத்துவத்தை உணர்த்திடுவாயே மனிதானே மனிதானே மகத்தானவன் மண்ணில் பரம்பொருளில் உருவானவன் மனிதானே மகத்தானவன் மண்ணில் பரம்பொருளில் உருவானவன்.
Divya Bharati of class 11 won a 16 GB pen drive in a quiz conducted by Rotary Club of Madras. Since questions are based out of syllabus and require critical thinking and extensive research, students get into the habit of innovative learning. Our children participated in Ram Narayan Chalaram's Roto quiz conducted by Rotary Club of Bangalore. Our Interact Club organized an inter-school talent hunt competition. Nearly 10 schools from Chennai city participated. The events were slogan writing, pencil shading, and painting on objects. The winners were given medals and certificates. Care for Animals project. This began with an initiative by our correspondent, Ms. Sakunthala Sharma, to encourage children to develop compassion for animal world and to learn more about nature. We took a small step by establishing food dispensers and home care for animals and birds, especially affected by the pandemic and lockdown. Ensuring animal welfare is a human responsibility that includes consideration for all aspects of animal well-being, including proper housing, management, nutrition, disease prevention, and treatment. This project is effectively implemented and continues to run, receiving great appreciation from all quarters. Our children participated in the World Head Injury Awareness Day organized by Rotary Club of Madras. To encourage sportsmanship, our interactors participated in the Rotary Club of Madras Youth Icon Award, which was conferred to cricketer Washington Sundar. This illustrates the depth and breadth of talent, commitment, and creativity that exists among young people across the country by highlighting their success stories. To donate blood before COVID-19 vaccination, an awareness drive was taken up by our interactors to avoid blood shortage in blood banks. The right mix of creativity along with curriculum helps students to be innovative and also encourages them to learn new things. World Creativity Day was observed by recycling and renovating old objects in creative ways. The creativity and imagination of our students was a joy to observe. And we had a lot of fun doing so while creating awareness on the importance of recycling and reuse. The significance of the World Day Against Child Labor is to pay attention to the problems of child labor and to find ways to eradicate it. The day is used to spread awareness about the harmful mental and physical problems faced by children forced into child labor all over the world. Our children participated in a webinar on Shaping Peace Together held on United Nations World Peace Day. Intact Club's mission to conserve heritage is based on the belief that living in harmony with heritage enhances the quality of life, and it is the duty of every citizen of India as laid down in the Constitution of India. The Intact Club organized a storytelling workshop for the young students of 6th standard. 10 of our students participated in it. Ms. Mamta Neni and Ms. Aarti Muthanna Singh illustrated the book to Chennai. Our Tamil Mandram was active with various activities. Ms. Yalini of 7C participated in the online drawing competition organized by Makkal Padai. Our children celebrated Swami Vivekananda's birthday on January 12. The children were encouraged to draw, recite poems, and to speak extempore. The main objective behind the celebration is to make a better future of the country by motivating the youths and spreading the ideas of Swami Vivekananda. Suற்றுச்சூழல் Dinam was observed. Students were encouraged to recite Pudu Kavidai.
சுற்றுச்சூழலை பற்றி ஒரு சிறிய கவிதையை கூற இருக்கின்றேன். மனிதன் வாழ காடுகளை அழித்தோம், மனிதன் வாழ தொழிற்சாலைகள் அமைத்தோம், வெளியேறியது கழிவு, கக்கியது நச்சு புகை, வளர்ந்தது தொழில் வளம், நசுங்கியது இயற்கை வளம், சத்தமில்லாமல் அதனாலே இயல்பாய் சிரிக்கவும் அழவும் ஆர்ப்பரிக்கவும் உருண்டோடவும் தவழ்ந்து செல்லவும் மறந்து போனது இயற்கை உலகில் மாசுபட்டு. மேலும் செல்வந்தனாய் வாழ எண்ணி மேற்போக்காய் நிலத்தில் ஆழ்குழாய் கிணறமைத்து உறிஞ்சி எடுத்தோம் அன்னையின் உதிரத்தை, உணர்வில்லாமல் நீ நான் என்று பங்கிட்டு. இன்று 1000 அடி என்றாலும் அசரவில்லை நாம் நம் அன்னையின் உதிரத்தை உறிஞ்சி விற்க. அப்போதும் அமைதி காத்தாள் அன்னை, ஏனெனில் அவள் வடிவே கருணை. மாசுபடுகிறோம் என்று அறிந்திருந்தும் அழவில்லை அவள் அவள் அழிவை எண்ணி, ஏனெனில் அவள் அழிவென்பது தனியல்ல என்றறிந்திருந்தால் அவள் இனியாவது வீழ்த்துக்கொள் மனிதா. சுற்றுச்சூழலை பாதுகாத்து இயற்கையோடு ஏய்ந்து வாழ. நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
Kamaraj's 119th birthday was observed on July 15th by paying tributes to his contribution towards education and the noon meal scheme. Student police cadets participated actively in the Road Safety Week celebrations. The government has made helmets mandatory for bikers and pillion riders. Helmets were distributed to children and their parents were encouraged to use helmets while riding pillion. Programs on road safety awareness were held to inculcate this feeling among children from an early age onwards.
சாலை விபத்துக்கள் தவிர்ப்பதற்கான சில விதிமுறைகளை உங்களுடன் பகிர விரும்புகிறேன். நிகழும் பல விபத்துக்கள் தலைக்கவசம் அணியாததாலும் கைபேசி உபயோகிப்பதாலும் ஏற்படுகின்றன. கைபேசியில் வரும் அழைப்பை விட நமது உயிர் முக்கியம். அழைப்பை தவறவிட்டாலும் மீண்டும் அழைத்துக் கொள்ளலாம். ஆனால் உயிர் பிரிந்தால் மீண்டும் அழைக்க முடியாது. தலைக்கவசம் அணியாததால் ஏற்பட்ட விபத்தை சந்தித்தவருக்கு தான் தெரியும் தலைக்கவசத்தின் மதிப்பு. ஆகையால் நாம் அந்நிலைக்கு செல்வதற்கு முன் நம்மை தலைக்கவசத்தால் காத்துக்கொள்வோம். சாலை விதிகளை படிப்பதை தவிர நாம் அதை பின்பற்றுவதே இல்லை. நமக்காக உழைக்கும் காவலர்கள் ஒரு விதியினை பின்பற்ற வேண்டுமே தவிர அவர்களிடம் வாக்குவாதம் செய்யக்கூடாது. சாலையில் நடக்கும் விபத்தை பார்க்கும் பொழுது அந்நிலைக்கு நாம் யாரும் வரக்கூடாது என்ற எண்ணத்தோடு சாலை விதிகளை பின்பற்ற வேண்டும். நாம் எங்கேனும் விரைவாக செல்ல வேண்டும் என்றால் வீட்டில் இருந்தே விரைவாக புறப்பட வேண்டும். அதை விட்டுவிட்டு தாமதமாக புறப்பட்டு விட்டு சாலையில் அவசரத்தை காட்டக்கூடாது. அவசரத்திற்கு விலை என்ன தெரியுமா? நமது உயிர்தான் அவசரத்திற்கு நாம் தரும் விலை.
Club activities encourage the students, work for social causes, improve their awareness and knowledge, participate actively even from within the confines of their homes, and reach out and interact across the school, city, country, and world. Despite the several limitations of the pandemic during the year 2021, our school kept the club activities alive and our children were busy and productive. We look forward to another year of activities and interaction and hope that we can meet in person soon to do so. Thank you.
We are proud to say that our school will soon have our own archives with the complete history of our school, and we will also set up a small museum. Now, Dr. Shanti Pappu will give an introduction to the archives, and Mrs. Saraswati Narayanswamy will give a brief account of the archives and the methods we are using to create the same.
We are delighted to share with you our new initiative, that is the School Archives and Museum. Ever since 1937, our beloved founders, Dr. V.N. Sharma and Mrs. Ellen Sharma, maintained wonderful records of all the school's activities and wrote about their vision for the institution. Subsequently, Ms. Geeta Sharma and Sakunthala Sharma kept this up and encouraged our teachers and staff to maintain records of all what they did. In particular, Ms. Geeta Sharma was fond of photography, and she maintained wonderful records of all photographs taken by her, by Mr. Sriram, by Mr. Nandakumar, that were maintained, records were maintained with dates, names of children, activities, and these filled a whole series of albums. Today we have a vast database, a collection of immense significance that tells us about the wonderful history of our school. We hope that this will be of use for all those interested in the history of children's education, beginning even pre-independence, and it will also serve as a wonderful memory for our children, teachers, and staff to look back with pride. The creation of the archives and museum has just been initiated and is still going on. It will take a while to complete them, and it will form one of the rare instances of its kind in India. We look forward to our alumni and well-wishers to help us in this venture. And now I hand you over to our teachers who will speak more about this new and very exciting project. Thank you.
I am Mrs. Saraswati Narayanswamy, who is in charge of the archives. It's a special introduction this year, 84th Founders Day, and now you are going to have the glimpses of our archives. Introduction to our archives. Tracing the history of our school right from 1937 onwards, we note that like the banyan tree, It has been a symbol for knowledge, shelter, wisdom and care. Right from 1937 onwards, our founders, Dr. V.N. Sharma and Mrs. Ellen Sharma, maintained detailed records of activities and other aspects of the school. Subsequently, this was continued by Ms. Sakunthala Sharma and the late Ms. Geeta Sharma. In particular, Geeta Sharma took great pains to document all activities, catalogue photographs and systematize these. This treasure trove of material comprising photographs, souvenirs, documents, logbooks and much more constitute a wealth of information on the history of education in India right from 1937 onwards. It is also crucial for our future generations to remember the greatness and enormous contribution of our school. This idea of setting up an archives came from our correspondent, Ms. Sakunthala Sharma, and member of our Board of Management, Professor Shanti Pappu. I am privileged to be in charge of implementing this project, and over the past few months, I with my team of dedicated teachers and staff have been working to compile and document this. Our souvenirs are flash of remembrance of our academic cultural achievements. Our Founders' Day has been presided by eminent governors, achievers from various fields like writers, professors, doctors and social workers. We are following these steps: acquisition of documents, photographs, paper cuttings and other records, cataloging these by assigning unique numbers for each item, preparation of a computerized digital database of the same, scanning and preparing digital version of all documents and photographs, preparation of pages on our website where the information available with us can be listed, providing facilities for those who wish to study the documents and photographs for academic purposes, creation of a school museum with the history of the school available to be viewed by children, teachers, parents and visitors. The project is a long term and will take time to complete. At the end, we are confident that we will have one of the best resources for educational history in India that will showcase the contribution of our school to the world and will serve as a model for the institutions. We look forward to your blessings and support to complete this project. Thank you.
Now we request Dr. Saraswati Raghunathan to introduce our chief guest.
I am extremely happy to introduce our chief guest, Mr. R. Haresh, who has been kind enough to accept our invitation to be part of our 84th Founders Day.
Mr. R. Haresh is the Managing Director of TVS and Sons and a director in a few other companies of this group. All of us here are very familiar with the name of this esteemed business group that is so connected with many aspects of our daily lives as well, and we are honored to have you with us here today. Following his education in the fields of management and commerce, he joined the family business where he had an opportunity to incubate and start many new businesses. There were both in the automotive space and in other areas like electronic components, telecom products and services. Apart from this, he has been involved with the private equity funds providing growth capital. With this strong interest and foundation in family business issues, he has been involved right from its inception with the CII in this area, which then became CII-FBN. In this context, he is actively involved in speaking and working with families in India and abroad. In addition to his enormous contributions to the economy in the field of business, it is also significant to note that his interests are wide-ranging and multidisciplinary. He is in fact a passionate gardener with a strong interest in the environment and has been involved in developing a large garden outside Madurai with diverse plant species. His other interests are architecture and playing tennis. This unique combination of interest in the field of business as also art and architecture, sports and the environment is enormously inspiring for all of us here, teachers, children and parents, and we look forward to your words of inspiration to inspire us further.
I'm very happy to participate in the Founders Day of the Children's Garden School in its 84th year. When I started reading about the history of the school, I was wondering in 1937 the amount of passion and interest the Sharmas would have had in creating this organization. I have always felt this passion whenever I meet any of the Pappus about the way they talk about the school. And when I started reading about the history of the school, I realized where all this passion came from. To me, passion is really what makes things happen, more than even in anything in life, more than even skills or ability. I think with this tradition of passion with which the students are in this school, I am sure they will take it in their lives to grow further. I recall as a child going to Pondicherry and seeing the mother do a lot of activities with the children of the school. And subsequently I read about Sri Aurobindo's integral education, where he spoke of the need for vital, physical, mental, psychic and spiritual education, and of course education as a lifelong learning process. It is very interesting to see the Sharma's philosophy of integral education, of being all inclusive and holistic, covering all socio-economic background. I think such a holistic environment is a great learning environment, and I hope all the students take full advantage of it. There are various challenges currently today which faces, I think, as much as students, as much as for the students, as much as the parents and teachers. There is pressure on parents to not only make their children competitive in the world, but also to match the expectations of the school in terms of providing the right environment. And of course, I can very well understand the enormous pressure on teachers to not only cope with the challenges of imparting learning to the students, but also face the expectations of parents and the society. And parents not only seem to have, as I speak to many young parents of what they expect. Somebody told me the other day that I feel that value system is the fundamental software for my child, and I think the responsibility of providing that is as much mine as the school environment. I think these are very major expectations, and I think it's going to be challenging for all parties to do it alone. So it has to be a joint effort of the parents, teachers and the school, and of course the students to make this happen. I think apart from the academic skills, I think the life skills are really what is, in my mind, most required to cope, for people to cope with life in the future. The last decade, and particularly the pandemic, has really hastened it, is the flow of information which the students are taking in through the video mode. The students' ability to take on information through video is a very useful thing, and I think in the times of pandemic, I think that's the only thing which has kept the learning process cycle going. But on the other hand, the students should not lose the ability to have the face-to-face communication, the ability to discuss, understand different points of view, to have the ability to completely listen to the other person before responding, and so many other things which comes with direct communication. I think, and it as much applies to speaking as much as to part of the learning process when the teacher is talking to the student in school. I hope that people don't forget that this is the most important skill which will stand in good stead through the rest of our lives, and we are mindful that this current pandemic does not rob us of some of these skills which are vitally important. I think we need the empathy, we need the hearing, listening skills, we need the ability to articulate our ideas, we need the ability to have the clarity of thought, we need to have and express it, we need the ability to have empathy to somebody's feelings which are conveyed, and I think it's a combined effort of each person who is a student here as well as the teacher and the parent to make it happen so that the future citizens of our country are of a very high level. I feel if we continue to if we continue to be only learning through video mode, we'll even lose the ability to look at someone in the eye and have a normal conversation. I think that's very important for us to remember that that's a skill which we cannot afford to lose, because that's what fosters relationships and that's what allows us to be a member of a family, of a society. Would like to take this opportunity again to say it's been a privilege to be part of your 84th Founders Day, and I wish you all success in all your endeavors and you bring greater glory to the school. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Haresh, for this wonderful speech, full of insights into our current situation, into the minds of children and teaching methods in these trying times, and above all, for the need for holistic development of children. We thank you for taking time off from your busy schedule to speak to us, to our children, and to the large group tuning in for this program from all over the world. And we hope you can visit us as soon as possible. Thank you.
Dance and music are an integral part of life. Our school has always had a wonderful focus on dance and music, not only on occasion, but as a part of our school life. We present glimpses of our cultural program through the years.
Dance and music bring alive hidden talents and allow freedom of expression. Freedom of expression amongst our children is one of the key concepts of our founders. Music and dance are given importance in our school by our founders from the very beginning. We are happy to present some of our alumni's music and dance performances and some clippings from our previous Founders Day to bring back the sweet memories in this pandemic situation.
ஒவ்வொரு சிறுமியும் ஒவ்வொரு மரமதை நட வேண்டும், அதை கவனமாக
ஞா தின் தின் தா தக்க தின் தின் தா ஞா தின் தின் தா தா தின் தின் தா நா தின் தின் தா தக்க தின் தின் தா நா தின் தின் தா தா தின் தின் தா நா தின் தின் தா தக்க தின் தின் தா நா தின் தின் தா தா தின் தின் தா நா தின் தின் தா தக்க தின் தின் தா
சென்னை மயிலாப்பூரில் அமைந்திருக்கக்கூடிய சிறுவர் தோட்ட பள்ளி, இந்த பள்ளியை பற்றி ஒரு சில வார்த்தைகள். நான் உங்கள் அபிமான பின்னணி பாடகர், நடிகர், இசையமைப்பாளர் மாணிக்க விநாயகம் உங்களோடு ஒரு சில வார்த்தைகள் பேச ஆசைப்படுறேன். சிறுவர் தோட்ட பள்ளியில் கடந்த 1955ஆம் ஆண்டு முதல் 60ஆம் ஆண்டு வரை 5 வருடங்கள் அந்த பள்ளியிலே படித்த முன்னாள் மாணவன் என்ற முறையிலே நான் இதை உங்களுடன் பகிர்ந்து கொள்கிறேன். நான் பத்மஸ்ரீ வழுவூர் ராமையா பிள்ளையின் மகன் என்பதும் பெருமைக்குரிய விஷயம். இந்த பள்ளியை டாக்டர் சர்மா அவர்களும், மிஸ்ஸஸ் சர்மா அவர்களும், சக்குக்கா அவர்களும், ருக்கு அக்கா அவர்களும் எவ்வளவோ சிறப்போடு வெறும் கல்வி மட்டுமல்ல, கல்வியோடு சேர்ந்து நல்ல பண்புகளையும் நல்ல கலைகளையும், வாய்ப்பாட்டு, நாட்டியம், ஓவியம் போன்ற எல்லா விதமான கலைகளையும் கற்பித்து மென்மேலும் இந்த பள்ளியிலே பல மாணவர்களை உருவாக்கி இருக்கிறார்கள். இந்த பள்ளி மேலும் சிறப்படைய வேண்டும் என இறைவனை பிரார்த்தனை செய்து கொள்கிறேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம். ஒரு திரைப்பட பின்னணி பாடகன் என்ற முறையிலே நான் தமிழ் சினிமாவில் பாடிய ஒரு பாடலை, பிரபலமான ஒரு பாடலிலிருந்து ஒரு 4 வரிகளை உங்களுக்காக நான் பாட ஆசைப்படுகிறேன். ஏலே ஏலே ஒத்தப்பல ஓரத்தில் சத்த நேரம் மடியில் தலை வச்சு சாஞ்சிக்கிற சங்கதிய சொல்லித்தர வாடி நீ வாடி. ஏலே ஏலே செவ்வேளை நீ சின்ன கனி ஒன்ன சிறையெடுக்க போற வாணி சண்டாளி ஓம் பாசத்தாலே நானும் சுண்டேலியா ஆனே புள்ளே. ஏலே ஏலே
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. I'm Srimati Ramya Prakash, Director of Kalpavriksha Art Academy, Mylapore. I'm so proud and humble to be the alumni of the school, the Children Garden. In the school name, எனக்கு கேட்ட உடனே 2 விஷயம் ரொம்ப ஆழமாக பதிஞ்ச ஒரு விஷயம். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் திங், ஸ்கூல் பாஸ்ட் அவுட், வெளியில் இன்னொரு ஒரு லெக்சரர், அதர் இன்ஸ்டியூஷனோட லெக்சரர் என்னை பார்த்துட்டு, ஆர் யூ ஏ சில்ட்ரன் கார்டன், ஆர் யூ ஃப்ரம் சில்ட்ரன் கார்டன் அப்படின்னாங்க. ஐ வாஸ் ஷாக்ட், வை ஷீ இஸ் ஆஸ்கிங் தட் அப்படின்ற ஒரு தாட் இருந்துகிட்டே இருந்தது. நான் போய் கேட்டேன், ஹவ் யூ நோ மேம் அப்படின்னு. இல்லை, த வே யூ க்ரீட் த டீச்சர்ஸ், அப்படி ஒரு ஹம்பிளாக பென் பண்ணி, அண்ட் த வேர்ட் யூ ஆல்வேஸ் யூஸ் டீச்சர் அப்படின்ற வேர்ட். ஸோ ஐ ஃபெல் ஸோ ஹாப்பி இன் தட். செகண்ட் திங், ஃப்ரம் எல்கேஜி நான் ஸ்கூலில் படிக்கிறேன். மிஸ்ஸஸ் நளினி மேம் அவங்க தான் வந்து என்னோடய இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் என்னன்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ணினாங்க. ஸோ ஃப்ரம் எல்கேஜி ஐ எம் டான்ஸிங். இன் பிட்வீன் ஆஃப்டர் அ ப்ரோக்ராம், சக்கு அக்கா, ஷீ இஸ் வெரி கிரேட் விமன், என்னை கூப்பிட்டு, யூ டிட் அ வெரி குட் பர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் ரம்யா, இட் வாஸ் ஸோ கிரேஸ்ஃபுல், ஐ வாஸ் ஸோ ஹாப்பி அண்ட் யூ ஹாவ் அ வெரி குட் ஃப்யூச்சர் இன் திஸ் அப்படின்ற அந்த வார்த்தை சொன்ன உடனே அந்த இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் வந்து பேஷனாக மாறிடுச்சு. ஸோ நவ் த பேஷன் ஹஸ் பிகம் அ ப்ரொஃபஷன். ஸோ தேங்க்ஸ் ஃபார் தட் ஸ்கூல். ஐ எம் ஸோ ஹாப்பி and I'm going to do a small video which is dedicated to Chakku Akka and to all the teachers of Children Garden. Thank you.
kannal puriyume karunayodu pennal kadalugal kaadil kurukume aval eludumo mal kuralugal பூக்கும் പൈതലിന്നാവേറുകൾ അൻപിൽ കളിയാടി കിമ്പം കുഴലൂതി നിന്നിൽ ചിറകാർന്നോരുണ്മതൻ വെൺപ്രാവുകൾ ചാരേ നിൻ ചുവടോർമകൾ ചായം പകരുന്നുവോ മാൻമിഴി
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. I am Dr. Srinidhi Sundar. I head the Department of Public Relations at Stella Maris College. I passed out of the Children's Garden High Secondary School in the year 2004. At the outset, I would like to place on record my gratitude and deep appreciations for Chakuka and the entire faculty team of the school for shaping me into what I am today. I still remember that throughout my schooling, I used to be at the dance room with Nalini teacher. She used to do a lot of choreographies and I used to be there helping her, and those were wonderful days. That kind of encouragement and support that I got from Nalini teacher took me very, very far. Thank you so much for all the opportunities, and thank you so much for the wonderful memories that the school has given me that I still cherish today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hasan, a pass out of CGHSS, and by profession I am a classical dancer and have a dance school called Mudras.
शिरोधिनि वासिनि विष्णु विलासिनि जिष्णुनुते भगवति क्षिति कंठ कुटुंबिनि भूरि कुटुंबिनि भूरि कृते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते सुरवरवर्षिणि दुर्गरदर्शिनि दुर्मुखमर्षिणि हर्षरते त्रिभुवनपोषिणि शङ्करदोषिनि किल्बिषमोषिनि रोषिनि दिति सुतरोषिनि दुर्मदशोषिनि सिन्धुसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते
Namaste, I am Sai Varsha. I am Sai Shruti. We are the alumni of the Children's Garden High Secondary School. We take immense pleasure in participating in our school annual day again. To be honest, I must say Children's Garden, that was the place which helped and motivated us to take up dance as a serious career in our lives. Even if now we reminisce about all the old days, memories about annual day practice sessions and all, it is all still fresh and beautiful. Thank you so much for giving us this wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
Shambho, Shiva Shambho.
our headmistress to give the vote of thanks.
அனைவருக்கும் இனிமையான உற்சாகமான மகிழ்ச்சியான காலை வணக்கம். உலகளாவிய ஒரு பெருந்தொற்று நம் அனைவரின் வாழ்க்கையையும் புரட்டி போட்டுவிட்டது, முடக்கி போட்டுவிட்டது. எத்தனை தடைகள் வந்தாலும் அவற்றையெல்லாம் தவிடு பொடியாக்குவோம் என்று செயல்பட்ட செயல் வீரர்களால் தான் இவ்விழா இனிதே நடந்தேறியுள்ளது. ஒவ்வொரு உன்னதமான செயலும் சிறப்பினை பெறுவது அச்செயல் இனிதே நடைபெற நற்பணியாற்றும் நல்லுள்ளம் கொண்டவர்களால் தான். அந்த வகையில் நமக்கு பெரும் பக்கபலமாக திகழும் நம் தாளாளர் அக்கா அவர்களையும் சாந்தி அக்கா அவர்களையும் இச்சமயத்தில் நன்றி தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். இவ்விழாவின் அனைத்து நிகழ்வுகளுக்கும் சாந்தி அக்காவின் வழிகாட்டுதலால் தான் எளிதாக நடந்தேறின என்று கூறினால் மிகையாகாது. தங்களுடைய பல்வேறு பணிகளுக்கிடையே இந்த சீர்மிகு நிறுவனர் தின விழாவிற்கு வருகை தந்து சிறப்புரையாற்றிய மதுரை டிவிஎஸ்ஸின் நிர்வாக இயக்குநர்களின் ஒருவரான திரு ஹரேஷ் அவர்களுக்கு எங்களுடைய பள்ளியின் சார்பாக மனமார்ந்த நன்றியினை உரித்தாக்குகிறேன். அடுத்து பள்ளியின் நிர்வாக குழு உறுப்பினர்களுக்கு மகிழ்வான நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். பள்ளியை விட்டு சென்றாலும் தொடர்ந்து தங்கள் உறவினை புதுப்பித்து நேசக்கரம் நீட்டி எங்கள் பள்ளியின் 84வது தின விழா நிகழ்வுகளுக்கும் பள்ளியின் மற்ற செயல்களுக்கும் உறுதுணையாக இருக்கும் ஓய்வு பெற்ற ஆசிரிய பெருந்தகைகளுக்கும் பள்ளியின் முன்னாள் மாணவர்களுக்கும் என் பணிவான நன்றியினை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். பெற்றோர் ஆசிரியர் கழக நிர்வாகிகளுக்கும் என் நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். பள்ளி இயங்க பெருந்துணையாக இருப்பவர்கள் ஆசிரியர்கள்தான். அவ்வகையில் எங்கள் பள்ளியின் ஆசிரியர்களுக்கு நட்பான நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். விழா இனிது நடைபெற அதில் பங்கு கொண்ட மாணவிகளுக்கு மனமார்ந்த நன்றியினை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். ஒளி அமைத்து கொடுத்த தொழில்நுட்ப வல்லுநர்களுக்கு நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். மீண்டும் ஒரு முறை எம் பள்ளியின் சார்பாக சிறப்பு விருந்தினர் திரு ஹரேஷ் அவர்களுக்கு நெஞ்சார்ந்த நன்றியினை உரித்தாக்குகிறேன். இறுதியாக இவ்விழா இனிதே நடைபெற உதவிய அனைத்து நல் உள்ளங்களுக்கும் என் பணிவான நன்றியினை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன்.
Let us all rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे